This is VOA News. Via remote, I'm Marissa Melton. The U.S. Senate will start its debate this week on President Joe Biden's massive economic stimulus plan, according to Democratic Majority Leader Chuck Schumer on Monday. The U.S. House of Representatives approved the plan on Saturday. The $1.9 trillion package is designed to jumpstart the U.S. economy after the implosion caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. President Biden has called on Congress to quickly adopt the plan. The U.S. State Department said on Monday that recent detentions of pro-democracy activists in Hong Kong show how the national security law imposed by Beijing is being used to stifle dissent. The State Department spokesman Ned Price told reporters that the United States calls on Hong Kong authorities to release those still held and drop charges against them. He said Washington continues to call on Beijing to stop undermining Hong Kong's autonomy. Earlier Monday, hundreds of demonstrators gathered outside a Hong Kong courthouse in a show of support for 47 pro-democracy activists and political figures who were scheduled to be formally charged with conspiracy to commit subversion. The charges linked to the defendants' participation last year in unofficial election primaries for Hong Kong's legislature. Those charged include Joshua Wong, who's already behind bars after being found guilty of charges of inciting and organizing a demonstration in June 2019. Also charged are former university law professor Benny Tai and former pro-democracy lawmaker Claudia Mo. You can follow this story and all the stories we're following at our website, voanews.com. You can also download our easy-to-use app. You're listening to VOA News. Top U.S. military and intelligence officials have started looking at how best to confront what they see as the growing threat from a rising China. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin hosted the first meeting of the new China task force at the Pentagon Monday, bringing together key military commanders, civilian leaders, and members of the intelligence community. Pentagon Press Secretary John Kirby told reporters that Monday's meeting is intended to formalize the mission, timing, and outputs of the task force as they work toward a baseline assessment of the department's policies, programs, and processes on China-related matters. He said the task force is expected to complete its work within the next 4 months, but added that most of its findings will be classified. U.S. officials have consistently raised concerns about what they say is China's industrial espionage, its theft of biomedical information, and the potential manipulation of technology like 5G cellular networks. Two United Nations human rights experts have called for the immediate release of imprisoned Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny. They've also called for an international probe into his poisoning last year. The two experts, Agnes Callamard and Irene Khan, said in a statement Monday that Navalny's poisoning was an act meant to send a clear, sinister warning that this would be the fate of anyone who would criticize and oppose the government. Callamard is the UN Special Rapporteur dealing with extrajudicial executions. Khan is the Special Rapporteur for freedom of expression. They released a text of the official letter on Monday. The letter was sent to Russian authorities in December. Navalny is a prominent critic of Russian President Vladimir Putin. He fell ill last year on August 20th on a flight in Russia. He was flown to Berlin for treatment 2 days later. Chemical weapons experts determined Navalny was exposed to a Soviet-era nerve agent known as Novichok. Russia has denied any involvement. Russia has ignored calls to release Navalny, sending him to a prison outside Moscow to serve a 2.5-year prison sentence for violating the terms of his probation while convalescing in Germany. And the World Health Organization said Monday that new coronavirus cases increased globally for the first time in 7 weeks. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said Monday that the increases occurred in 4 regions: the Americas, the Eastern Mediterranean, Europe, and Southeast Asia. The chief said the rise was disappointing, but not surprising. He said it appeared to be the result of the relaxing of public health measures and people letting down their guard due to recent vaccination programs. Via remote, I'm Marissa Melton, VOA News.